say, post it here. Click our create a link, and it automatically creates the link for us. And if we look here, we have the ace jack. It's folded around here pretty good. Ace jack isn't bad. He wants to toss out there. We've seen him toss out there with 8-2. We've seen him toss out there with garbage. So I'm going to give him a quick insta call here with my ace jack off and hope to double up here. He does have the queens. I need an ace. Need an ace, baby. Come on now. An ace or a jack. There's a jack. Runner, runner. Took his queen up out of here, but he only got that call. I would have folded. He only got that call simply because he's been showing down some very, very piss poor plays. 8-2 suited was the last play he showed down, if we remember correctly. We'll definitely want to put that one in our rail. Copy and paste it over here in our getastake.com rail. That in itself, we'll take a look here in just one moment, pushes us all the way up into 8th position. Now we have over 11K now. Like I said earlier in the game, I think 4,500 to 6,000, you can slide into the money. Look at the chat right quick, and you see here he is talking about ouch over the hand. Well, you know, he brought that on himself, playing the last 3 hands that we saw him show down. One of those hands that I remember distinctly was the 8-2 of spades. So if you play that loose, trust me, you're going to get action. So, you know, he brought that on himself, period. But like I was saying, I believe 4,500 to 6,000, you can slide your way into the money. You can, you know, fold a couple of good cards. Like I said, that ace jack was going in the muck. To his bet, to my, you know, having to call all in order to see that flop, had he not have shown down such poor cards. But if you can fold the ace jack with 4,500 to 6,000, I think you can make the money. When you have 12K, 10 to 12K, I think you can final table these easily. And easily meaning that you need to fold some good cards, or, you know, cards that you would perceive as good cards, like that king 10 suited, or like the ace jack, or like the 2s, 3s, 4s. They're not worth your risk when you're this close to the money now. We'll be in the muck, king rag, queen rag, you name it. Throw the rags in the muck where they belong. Here he is again. I like his aggression, although, you know, like I said, from what he showed down so far, it's loose aggression. It's not anything that I'm really skeptical about. Here I was going to give him more credit than due here and put him on an ace rag. Again, kind of wish we were out there with our 7. We could have picked up a decent side pot here. He does take out another player, though, with his loose aggression, and we're down to 29 players, folks. Here we are, only 11 players to the money. We sit in 8th position. 8 out of 29 is your current position, which is a good place to be. We've got 10K. If they fold this around here, I don't know, you know, it'd be tough to fold to any type of raise from our loose aggressor here. And they do fold it around, so now we're going to be faced with a decision here, because I'm sure if he plays, he's going to play for a raise. It's a small, minimal raise. I'm going to go ahead and just ship it at him and see what it was. He doesn't like that at all, I'm sure. But, you know, don't play me weak. You know, you've shown down weak cards as it is, and you want to minimal raise me? What is a minimal raise going to do? Ain't going to do much to Poppy's bluff, and we're in the blinds too. We have a game now, folks. I believe when the blinds get to 500 and 1,000 with a $100 ante, now is when we can really see, you know, the plays. Now we have a game. Here again with an ace rag. Pairs do not have to improve. I like the pair. And we've chipped him down again. All right, we've picked up the Cowboys with position. Let's see if he'll push this time. He doesn't do so. I'm not going to try to raise everyone out of here. However, I am going to make them pay to see a flop here. 4 times the blind raise. I get the call that I want. 10K out there. I've only got 8. Let's go ahead and ship it. And hope he perceives it as I was stealing. Here, let's show him that there so he can just see how foolish he was trying to call me again. And now, as you see, I come into the table. He had 25K. I now have more chips than he has. And we'll go ahead and put that one in our rail here. I'm going to raise it up again. Not that I'm all that keen on an ace-jack, but we've just showed down a pair of Cowboys with the same bet. Hopefully they'll think that I am just as strong again and release it. Let me have the blinds and antes as they did. Refresh our info page. We're now 3 out of 26. Definitely in good shape to go ahead and do more than just cash in this here. I'll go ahead and stick the ace rag in here. The ace jack in here also. I like to keep a good tidy rail, letting them know several hands that I played. So there's never a dispute of what I did with your money when I play for you. Jack 2 off, 2 jack off, however you want to say it. Not a hand I'd like to play, but you know, it's been folded around to our loose blind player. I pushed him last time, he didn't like it and released the hand, and we'll go ahead and see what he does this time. We flop the bottom pair. He pushes a small bet out there. He may have us beat, but he definitely doesn't have us beat now. Let's push 5K back at him and see what he does. He does call without a deuce. That was very stupid on his part. I want to say that'll put us in the chip lead position. No, we're in second, though, out of the remaining 25 players, and we'll definitely want to stick that one in our blind here, in our rail, and let our staker know exactly what we're doing with his money. Hopefully he'll be happy with the rail and stake us again at some point when we're broke and we'd like to play a game and don't have the funds to play it ourselves. Taking some time off the clock here. If you've noticed, I haven't folded insta-fold, even though obviously we're going to fold the 9-2, suited or otherwise. I don't want to put the clock on my opponent, on my left here right away. I'd like him to take his time and make a mistake and call this. Wish we'd have stayed in there now, huh? However, it doesn't work out. We get another player out of here. We're down to 20 players. 2 more will be in the money, and we're in second in chips. Definitely not a bad place to be at the moment. So all in here with a short stack. I'm going to raise it up. I'm not going to play even with the ace rag. It's just the blinds. I got to get out of my way to try to isolate here on the short stack all in. Do get a call though from the Drunket. I know I don't pronounce none of the names right. I don't try to. Not trying to get to know them, not trying to be friendly with them. Obviously, I'm pushing a raise, trying to push these blinds out of here with my ace rag. When we get down to, this close to the money, it's time. Like I said, it's time to make some moves. We do get a 9. We got mid pair with top kicker. Hopefully, it doesn't push all in with that 15. And hopefully, my bet here will make him believe I have a queen, even though I don't. I have got an overpair to his all in over here to the short stack. Let's just hope it holds up. It does. We'll take down a 10K pop. Not bad. Pop's bluff in the place to be.